Right, today we're going to do a full load of whites in the Beko WMI 71641. We're going to be doing it on Dark Wolf 30 with 1200 RPM. Detergent is Pound non-bio. So with further ado, let's get started. We are off, Jack.
Woohoo.
Hey Jack, why not you film a cycle while I'm doing mine?
Oh,
Have ya?
Yeah, that's included balance. It's a balance. But yours doesn't have an idea of balancing.
Oh Jack, here we go. I bet we're gonna get some balancing thrash on the first spin.
Yeah.
Jack, I really don't want it to get balanced because I really want to get a sug lock, I do.
You probably will get some slot.
If it don't balance itself.
Wait, it's brushed into it.
Yeah, brush.
Oh, I can hear it now. Yeah, I can hear it.
Can you hear it, Jack?
My motor is so whiny. I've got some more videos I want to listen to it later again. I have.
Have ya?
Yeah. Found some more.
Jack.
Yeah.
Don't tell Matthew on recording. Let it be a surprise for him.
Yeah.
Let it be a surprise for him because he's got me in my YouTube channel. He has.
Yeah.
So let it be a surprise for him.
I'm going to edit a video of the Beko WMB 71442.
Go ahead.
I think it is. Something along those lines.
Hey Jack.
Yeah.
I love Beko Washington, don't you?
Yeah, it's one of them. Well, what's one of my first brands, was my first go-to goal. I say it's one of them I love because they are the number one brand.
Yeah.
Beko's in the second place, and it's one of the UK's biggest and best-selling brands. It is.
Isn't it?
Like you can go on like, you can look at, I don't know, like YouTube. I saw there's more videos of Becca Washing Machine. The only other on YouTube now.
Lovely, Jack. Guess what?
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit sudsy, we are.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully...
I do find a supermarket, like like what you've got, they always seem to suds up, I think. I don't know if you've seen that before, but I think they do suds up more with that.
Right. Third fill up now.
Nice. Does yours do high water?
Not on the main one, but it does do it on the rings.
Yeah, it's got program, it's got a bad program in that. Some of the machines use 1 point, there's really high on main wash, but then really low on books.
Yeah.
That's not really what that is.
Jack?
Yeah.
Can I say something to you, Jack?
Yeah?
Can I just say to you, thank you so much, my friend, get my YouTube channel kick off for a start, because I've always wanted to, you know, have a channel and, you know, film machines and whatnot, you know.
That's completely fine.
Because when you're in the community, you got to start at some point, have you?
Yeah. I've got some friends that don't want a channel, they just give me their videos to me to upload. But I don't mind it.
In here, Layla. Catherine, maybe?
How kind my mum, Jack. She shut the door so I can have my peace and quiet to record.
That's kind of her. To start, my mum's partner helped me. He helped me with some of my videos. He did.
Did he?
Some of the videos on my channel feel like him. And they were like the first videos. Ones that I've never talked about.
Jack,
Yeah.
do you want me to see my sister's got?
What she got?
She's got a Hot Point WDD 750.
What a mouthful.
What, are you saying that's a piece of shit?
No, the model numbers are quite a lot of letters and all that in it.
And it is quite a good Hot Point, I think. It's from 2016.
Yeah, I don't really see what point like that. It's just one of the least brands I prefer. But then I still do like, because obviously like, I've had I've had Hot Point ever since most of my life.
Yeah.
I've had a
What a Maloney!
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll send it to you.
Jesus. I love the Maloney range.
And to tell you something, I cannot find it for some reason in any of the catalogues of World War or machines. I don't know why.
Hey, Jack, before you say something, do you want to know what washing machine I've had in the past?
What you've had?
When I was born, when I came here to live, I remember my mum having a Hot Point WMA 33.
Yeah.
and then that broke in 2006 due to bad bearings.
Yeah.
And then we got a Hotpoint WT96C.
Yeah.
Ultima 1600 RPM spin. We had that until 2011, and unfortunately that developed a leak underneath, so we had to get rid of it. But we didn't scrap it. We sold it on.
Yeah.
And then we had a Samsung Eco Bubble, 7 kg 1200 RPM spin. That was quite decent, but my only problem was, guess what happened when I put the power ring for?
What?
It decided to leak out the floor. So,
So.
so 9 months down the line, I said to my mum, "Oh, can you get me a Bosch Theo Perfect 8 kg 1400 RPM spin?" She did, and I love that machine. I did. Again, of course, we had to get rid of it due to the Kixon, and now we've got our Beko.
Quite a lot of washing machines then. I've had, right, let's have a quick history of mine. So we had that Whirlpool.
Yeah.
I think it's probably like a 6, no, I'd say they're probably about 5 kilograms, so they're old, aren't they? That's all old. Yeah. I'm trying to go sound like it's quite shit. But these stuff, that's one thing. Then the door sill got leaking, and it was cheaper to get. We ended up buying a £7 washing machine. We thought, well, that'd be easier rather than getting something else for door seals and getting them installed in that. It's not very cheap, is it?
No.
So we've got because the Whirlpool is a washer dryer. Then we got a Hotpoint with another 540p with the WMA trim. Lasted till what, 2000
I know, Jack.
Yeah.
How about you stop what you're saying at the minute, and how about I tell you the whole history of my family and friends machines they had? Because they had a lot in the past.
Oh god, let's hear it all.
Right, I'm starting off with my sister, of course. My sister used to have the first ever machine I knew her to have was a Hotpoint 9536. And I absolutely love that machine. That would last her about, she said about 17 years that did when I was around, but I was very little then. And I think I was sitting in front of it watching it. Mid-cycle, it just randomly stopped and would not do anything, and it flipped the electrics.
Oh, that's not good.
So when that happens, she had to replace it with a Sanusi ZWF in 2006, the 1600 RPM spin range.
Yeah.
That was lovely. And then that failed due to the door lock. And then she had an Indeset WIE 167 16.
Oh, yeah, that's basically like a drive, wasn't it? One with a big LCDs there.
Yeah, but unfortunately that was a BBC Watchdog Explosion one.
Yeah, they are.
And luckily, Jack, luckily when she had it, when it broke, it was spinning, Jack.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the PC went, I think, no, it was a food strip, and when it was slowing down, it made this horrible, horrific noise that did, and I knew that was about to, blow up, and thankfully that flipped.
That sounds like that. It might be something else, but it sounds from what you're saying, could have been Oh, thingy, what do you call the
No, it did sound like everything that exploded. The motor and bearing were absolutely fine on it.
Yeah.
And basically it flipped the fuse straight in time, and when it of course at stop, ready to unload. That from, oh my god, that was horrific sound when I turned it right. And I'm glad that was gone. And then my sister had a Beko WMB 71231 1200 RPM spin with the 1200 RPM spin 7 kg with the display boards. She had that for about 8 years with no problem. With 8 years, but again, unfortunately, sadly, my granddad passed away due to COVID, and my sister wanted a new machine, and I said to her, do what my granddad's old WD Hotpoint WD DD 750, and that was a refurbishment. So I said to her, would you want it? And she said, yes, please. So I gave that to her kindly. And then that's the machine she got now. My uncle used to have a Hotpoint WMA 76. But when that broke, 15 years old, of course, unfortunately, Jack, it started sparking.
Which is what it sounds like, is it? If you go about motor, it's just an electrical fault.
Yeah, so that was an electrical fault. And then now my uncle got a Bosch Series 6, and that's really nice. My friend, one of my friends used to have an Indy set, a Indy 6, of course. It was a 7 kilogram, 1400 RPM spin. When that broke, the washing was on, but unfortunately, Jack, guess what happened?
What?
It was full of water when it was washing. And what happened was the actual door fell off and all the water shot out. So that was the end of that machine. And then my friend, now my friend got a Beko, a new Beko Excellent range, 7 kg, 1200 RPM. Not the new one, but the really old one. And that's still doing really well, that is. Another friend of mine got a Bosch Annex 6 1400 RPM spin. Not a VO Perfect range, but a really old one.
Yeah.
And that's still going really well. Another one of my friends used to have an LG Direct 5, 8 kg. That unfortunately broke after 10 years due to a burning smell. And then she replaced it with a Bosch Series 4. Now my auntie used to have a Bosch VO Perfect 8 kg, 1400 RPM spin, similar to my one. That broke due to some problems. And do you know what I recommended to her when that broke?
What?
I said to her, get another Bosch Series 6. And do you know what? She got a Bosch Series 6 on my half. Because she got a big family, of course. And they get through a lot of washing, of course. So I said to her, get one of them. My cousin got a Bosch XL 7 with the chrome door. A 1400 RPM spin one. Now, who else have I missed? My brother Jamie. Now, he used to have, when I first knew him, a Service Maloney.
Oh, nice.
And sadly that broke, and then in the past he's had one two WMF 740 hot points. He then had one WMF 720 and one WMF 760, and sadly they all failed, of course, after time to time. And then he got a second-hand Boss Classic 1200 Express, and that lasted him a good 6 years because he rented this machine from Who's.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know that, yeah.
And then, so he had that, and that sadly broke, of course. That was a 1200 RPM spin one. And do you know what, Jack? I miss that machine, because I used to love that machine, I did. And when my brother told me that broke, oh my God, you should have saw me that day. I literally cried that day, because that was one of the first ever Boss Classic 1200 Express in 2006. You know, the first ever one.
Yeah. I think I know them, yeah.
So it was quite a sad day when that broke that war. And then my brother had then he replaced the Hot Point Acutec 9 kg.
Yeah.
And that's, do you know what, I like that machine actually, that's quite a decent one actually. And can I carry on? Sorry, Jack, can I carry on? Anyway, my school, my college has got, my college have got, now they've got you know the Boss XL7 BO Perfect range from 2011, the 1200 RPM spin with the rectangle display board, the one that goes up and down.
Yeah.
They've got 3 of them in my college. Love them machines, I do. College also got a couple of Beko 9 kilograms. And my college has also got a Beko 8 kg. They've also got a Hoover Dynamic Next 8 kg. They've also got a Indiset IWB 101. And then also they've got a couple of other indie sets. One is a IWC 61625 1600 RPM spin. The one what Hot Point Rubber Gang used to have.
Yeah.
And then my college has also got a Indiset IWB. They've also got an IWB 51113.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the whole history then?
Pretty good, I think that is.
Now tell me about why I'm recording my machine and whatnot. Tell me about your family history and the school history, because I would love to know about it.
Right, so we'll start off with my hands. The one who earlier at the top recently.
Yep.
So to start, back when I was really young, when she used to live in a different house, it's all mouldy and horrible, but she had like this, where the entrance to the house, or there's like a pantry thing. You know what I mean, don't you? Sometimes have a pantry with entrance there, right?
Yeah.
The software that was?
A Hoover Software?
Yeah,
Was it 1100?
what?
Sorry, Jack. Sorry about that, Jack. I just wanted to know what spin speed that one was, because I know the model numbers and everything.
Yeah, it'd be one of them out of the whole range, won't it? I think yes. Yeah, they had like that toothbrush with green switches on it when you press them in or something like that. It's I know it was a wedge next to it was like wasn't like straight. It was like I know it was on like a till, like a slant, and you can never open the drawer. You can just get the reset. So they never use paddles. Because most of my family, we don't use powder in my family very well. My nanny was the boss. She does sometimes use powder. She just uses gel. Still good.
Jack.
Yeah.
Do you mind? Do you mind if we talk about after I've recorded the machine when we start uploading my video to my YouTube channel? Do you mind, Jack? Do you mind if we talk about that when we start uploading my
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Thank you, Jack. Because we'll be going on to the first spin in a minute. We will.
Oh, how long have we got left on the program?
48. My Beko normally pumps out at 44 minutes. It does.
Yeah, mine pumps out around the same roughly on some programs.
And the nice thing about my Beko, Jack. You remember the really old Bekos used to do the cycle, and it used to pump out and then stop and fill up.
Yeah, well, you know about the ones that was like the really old, like the first WPs that used to have like dots at the back of the drum.
Thankfully, my one don't do that. Mine just tumbles and drain and whatnot, and then it'll kick back in and start with distributing for the spin. And that's what I like about mine. So and then I've got a good chance of getting a sud slot, you know.
Does it not just have your shit,
What, Jack?
Does it not like when it's pumping out? Does it not fill up for about 5 seconds and then stop filling and carry on pumping?
No.
Oh no, so my nan's WMP. Well, it's my WMP. I put in my nan's house for that does dilution, but I think the main inverter one does do dilution.
Yeah.
Found something really cool today. That you know that hot one I filmed when I was in Scotland, the washing machine.
Yeah.
It's actually not inverter mode. It's actually a what's it called?
Super silent.
It's basically a brushless mode. It's an induction motor. That's what it is.
Very nice.
That's why Hotpoint ones are quieter, because it's not inverter, it's brush. It's brushless, which are
Oh, Jack.
yeah.
Can I tell you something, Jack?
Yeah.
Yesterday my sister washing a dog bed yesterday and 3 dog blankets in the Hotpoint 7 kg on cotton 40 with no option, and on its first spin it fluffed around with bouncing for about 50 minutes and sugar. Yeah, sugar. And it fluffed around 50 minutes for balancing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, my sister recorded it for me. She knows I love the unbalanced spins, of course. And when it spun, you know, like Mira son, you have his indie set, and when you walk out horse blanket, and it jumped and the floor come out a bit.
Yeah.
My sister's machine done the same yesterday and that was thumping the way that was. I don't, do you know what I take back to her?
What?
Laughing faces, of course. You don't see that often with a hot point, do you, Matthew? Here, right, first, just pump out from the main wash, and we're now going on to the first instrument spin. We've got 44 minutes left on the clock, and I wonder what we're going to do. I wonder if we're going to get a sub flop or anything. So enjoy. We are looking at tag on balance, so we should go for it.
Is it picking a speed though? So I know the first ones.
Yeah, it does do a speed up, a gradual speed up. Here we go. No sub lock, unfortunately. But we are a bit unbalanced. Aw, Jack.
What?
We didn't get a sub lock today, we did.
Same.
I really wanted one for my first ever video, I did. That's so annoying when you don't get your first ever sub lock when you start recording, eh? Jack, my model's WMI 71641.
Yep.